When I was working on For a Few Dollars More, I began to notice that more so maybe than the other spaghetti westerns I was working on, that the most meticulous work, I would say, had to be done on this one just to make sure that we got as much material on there and that we had the sound to cover it. It involved a lot of editing work, particularly. In order to work on For a Few Dollars More, I was able to get a brand new interpositive, a Techniscope 2-perf, made off the original negative. The producer of the film was Alberto Grimaldi, who had helped us so much with Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. He always bends over backward to help us. Italy kind of works on its own time. But with Mr. Grimaldi helping us, that speeded it up quite a bit. I've worked on other projects where it's taken months, if not maybe years, to get a response. Usually from Mr. Grimaldi, I would hear back within just a matter of a day or two. The fact that he had produced the film and could turn around and get people there to pick up the pace, it really helped us to get through it a lot more quickly than I had expected. We got just a beautiful, beautiful interpositive. So we were pretty lucky in terms of the quality of the element that we had to work on for that one. When you're working with a Techniscope format, you have to be very careful in converting it to a 4-frame format because the Techniscope element actually has extra frames at the beginning and end of each shot. So you have to be very careful that you're cutting at exactly the right spot, otherwise it will make the movie go out of sync with the soundtrack. Someone has to know what he's doing, and fortunately the people at Triage are experienced in using the Techniscope format, so we didn't have that problem.
They've robbed the bank at Santa Cruz! Follow me!
When it came to working on the sound for A Few Dollars More, it was the hardest of these 4 westerns to work with because we had the fewest available elements to work from. I think we only had one complete set of a comp, which is the dialogue, the music, and effects all together on one track. That was mono. The other elements were incomplete, so we just had to get them all together and just try to make the best of what we had, and it turned out really well. I have to say, Intersound did a great job of stereoizing it and making everything sound great. For the restoration of For a Few Dollars More, for the theatrical prints and the DVD, we tried to match the Italian version as closely as possible. Sometimes when there was no dialogue, it was easier because we had music and effects that we could take from the Italian version and insert it where we needed it. But that was only a few seconds or so here and there. There isn't an extra scene, a complete scene or something like we had for Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, where there were whole scenes taken out. The version that you're seeing on the DVD is very similar to the original version, although it might have a little more because the Italian version was a little bit longer than the original English language release. By the time I finished working on For a Few Dollars More, I'd have to say that of all the films, it was the one that I was the most surprised that it came out so well, because we were so limited in our elements, particularly with the sound. When it was done, it looked beautiful and it sounded so great that it was a big relief, and I was very, very happy.